Hello Nidorinas and Nidorinos, it is KingNido here, coming to you from the City of Lights that is Lumio City, as the electric type glitches are hosting the Glissado Nordics, and the glitches are trying to lock up their spot in the Leaders 8 and the Victory Road series by trying to knock off the Glissado Nordics, who have surprisingly won their last 2 games and are actually still viable for the Victory Road series. So let us know in the comments below who you think will win and we'll send it down.
3, 2, 1, go!
But that is right. Technically, the Glissado Nordics are mathematically still in contention to make the Victory Road series, as they send out Frostlass and Callisto. Will be Magnezone and Sandy Shocks coming out for the Lumio's glitches, and immediately a stomp from Frostlass onto Sandy Shocks. And Sandy Shocks has flinched and is unable to move, and it's going to be followed up by Callisto going for the heavy slam onto Magnezone, which is not very effective, and Magnezone tanks that move greatly. As it goes for the bulk up, it is going to boost those physical stats, including that impressive 115 base defense, as Frostlass now with the Fury swipes onto Magnezone. These are going to do very little damage, and it only connects twice with that not very effective move. This is going to allow Sandy Shocks to potentially capitalize, as it goes with the Ice Punch onto the Ice type, which is not very effective, onto Frostlass, being hit with its resistance. And now we get the Will-O-Wisp from Cloyster onto Magnezone. It's going to leave it with that burn. It's also going to cut into that boosted attack as well, as Magnezone will feel the effects of the burn. It goes for the Shadow Snake onto Cloyster. It definitely should have gone for Frostlass with what would have been a super effective move, but there is Magnezone feeling the effects of that burn for the first time in this matchup. And Frostlass now with the Axe Kick, super effective there onto Magnezone, as Sandy Shocks responds with the Force Palm on the Cloyster, super effective as well, but Cloyster actually takes that hit very well, but unfortunately it is left with the paralysis, so it may be unable to move, and it is slowed down as the Future Sight is set up by Magnezone onto Frostlass, foreseeing that attack. And now we get Cloyster with the Revelation Dance going for Magnezone, and it gets the elimination. Magnezone is taken out of this matchup, the Glissado Nordics, with the early leaders. Out comes Rotom in its Mo form. I do not know why you'd be sending out a Grass-type Rotom, but the Toxic from Frostlass is going to leave Sandy Shocks badly poisoned, so this poisoning will get worse with every turn, as Sandy Shocks goes for the Swallow, but it hasn't gone for the stockpile yet, so that will fail, as Rotom with the Dragon Pulse onto Frostlass. And it gets a good hit there as Cloyster responds with the Heat Crash, and Rotom is eliminated from this matchup. That is why you do not send out the Grass type against the Ice types. And there is Sandy Shocks feeling the effects of that poison, as out comes Raichu for the Lumio's glitches. Frostlass immediately connecting with the Esper Wing onto Raichu, gets a really good hit there as well, and Frostlass does get the speed boost in the process. Raichu responding though with the Nightshade onto Cloyster, gets a really good hit there on the Cloyster, and Magnezone follows it up with the Dream Eater, but unfortunately that won't work because Cloyster is still awake on the field, and Cloyster's unable to move due to its paralysis. Frostlass is going to have to do some heavy lifting here, but unfortunately it will take the Future Sight, and Frostlass is eliminated. The Lumio's glitches really needed that elimination as well, because as I said, they want to block up their spot in the Leaders 8 as we head into the Victory Road series. And now out comes Houndstone for the Glissado Nordics, and it is going to terrestrialize and become this Ice type pupper on the field. Makes you wonder why it would be the Ice type and why they would have drafted it to the Glissado Nordics, but that may be a conversation for another day. It also may be a little too sad, as Raichu goes with the Heat Crash of its own onto Cloyster, but Cloyster's able to hold on. Raichu should have gone for Houndstone with that move, as the Mist is set up by Sandy Shocks. The reason it wasn't super effective on Cloyster is because it is a part water type Pokemon, but it does allow Houndstone to go for the final Gambit, and Raichu is eliminated, but Houndstone has taken itself out of this matchup in the process, so this will keep the Glissado Nordics still 1 Pokemon ahead. It is a 3-4 advantage on the side of the Glissado Nordics, having 4 Pokemon remaining, but Cloyster yet again is unable to move due to its paralysis, and it is such an easy target on the field right now, as Sandy Shocks continues to feel the effects of this poisoning getting worse, and out comes Bellybolt for the Lumio's glitches, and it will be Titan coming out for the Glissado Nordics, as Sandy Shocks immediately meets Titan with that smoke screen, cutting into its accuracy, making it harder for Titan to hit its targets here as it goes for the knockoff, and it will connect with Belly Bolt there, knocking off its Leopard Berry in the process as Belly Bolt is going to respond with the Spatial Rend onto Titan. Gets a good hit there, and Callisto needs to shake off this paralysis, and that it does as it goes for the Freeze Dry now onto Sandy Shocks, and Sandy Shocks is eliminated with that super effective hit. There's only 2 Pokemon remaining for the Lumiose glitches, and that last Pokemon is Ampharos as the Titan with the block onto Ampharos, making it so Ampharos can no longer escape. Not that it was looking to go anywhere, as it responds with the scary face on the Callisto, telling the water type that it should be worried, also lowering its speed in the process, allowing Belly Bolt to go with the Bitter Malice, and that is why Callisto should be worried, because it is eliminated from this matchup. And out comes Beartic for the Glissato Nordics as the Titan with the speed advantage goes with the Baton Pass. So it's actually going to pass on this lowered accuracy to the remaining Pokemon of the Glissato Nordics, which is Avalugg. Ampharos now with the Rock Smash onto Beartic. Super effective there on the Ice type Bear. And Beartic does respond with the Grass Knot now onto Belly Bolt. Gets a really good hit, and Belly Bolt is looking to respond with the Last Resort, but that is going to fail. This opens the door for Ampharos. So Avalugg did not get to go for a turn. Ampharos with the Fairy Lock, so no one is able to run away during the next turn. Not that any Pokemon is looking to run away, but we get the Dark Pulse onto Belly Bolt. Belly Bolt looking to respond with the Smoke Screen onto Avalugg, trying to make it so Avalugg is unable to hit its targets, but Avalugg is going to go with the Grass Knot. Yet again, a Grass Knot connecting on the Belly Bolt, and this one will eliminate the Electric type Pokemon. Ampharos has 3 Ice-type Pokemon to contend with. The Lumiose glitches have come in here way too confident over the Ice types, as the Spit Up will fail. We saw this earlier. It won't work because there hasn't been a stockpile, and this allows Beartic to go with the Forest's Curse, adding that Grass typing to Ampharos. It kind of looks like a Grass type, right? As Avalugg goes with the Earthquake, but Beartic is thankfully able to avoid that attack, and so does Ampharos. Those lowered accuracy not helping out Avalugg, who is on the receiving end of that pound from Ampharos. And Beartic with the Ice Shard onto the Grass type Ampharos. It's super effective, and Avalugg follows it up with the Hyper Beam. But yet again, Ampharos is able to get out of the way and dodge that attack. This allows Ampharos to go with the Harden. It is going to boost those defenses. It needs to get some eliminations here whilst it is all by itself. And Beartic is going to go with the Extra Sensory. Ampharos is still in this matchup though, as Avalugg with the Charm. And putting that Charm onto Ampharos is going to greatly lower its attack, as Ampharos now responds with the Spite. It is going to cut into the PP of Beartic here. But Beartic has an opportunity to try and get the elimination as it goes with the Shadow Punch, but Ampharos is still in this matchup. Avalugg follows it up with the Fairy Wind, and Ampharos is still holding on. Ampharos needs to go for something big. It goes for the Side Strike onto Avalugg, and not even close to getting enough damage done as Beartic sets up a Future Sight, and this is terrible for Ampharos because Beartic has foreseen an attack, but Avalugg, not waiting around, goes with the Strength, and Ampharos is eliminated. And somehow the Glissato Nordics have just gotten their 3rd victory in a row. How is their season still alive at the moment? But you have to think next round it will. And as next round, they will be going up against the Fuchsia Royal Gators, whereas the Lumiose Glitches, staying in 8th place next round, will be going up against the last place Striaton Greens. But until then, Nidorinos, thank you so much for watching. Let us know in the comments below who you thought was the best on field. And if you enjoyed what you saw, please leave a like, share, subscribe, but more importantly, always remember, you are awesome, and I'll see you when you see me.